This is Geometry, Chapter 1, Lesson 4. I'm on page 24. Don't forget to subscribe, hit the like button, and leave a comment. Okay, constructions. Smash that like button. I know that's what we're supposed to. Yeah, there we go. Okay, now, since the days of Euclid, which has been a very long time ago, like 300 BC, we have two instruments that we use to make constructions. It's the protractor, which has a straight edge on it, and we have our compass. And I prefer the one with the wheel in the middle. It allows for more exactness. Okay. So we use the straight edge to draw line segments or measure angles, and then we're going to use the compass we're going to make arcs. We can do circles, but there's a particular way you should use this. There are two tips to this. There's a metal tip, and then there's the lead tip. All right, when you put it on your paper, you're going to put the metal tip down, and then you're going to lightly put the lead tip down and use this top to turn. All right, so I have a homemade one for the board. All right, so here's my metal tip. You can construct circles. Like you could go all the way around. You can construct arcs. That's an arc. If I have a line segment, I can go to the end of the line segment and I can draw an arc over the line segment. We are mostly going to look at line segments and use arcs. And today we're going to construct a line. Well, we're not going to construct the line. We are actually going to bisect a line segment. So it doesn't matter what side of the triangle you choose. We're going to bisect one of the sides. I do believe this one is equilateral. And then we'll measure it to see how well we actually did. All right, so choose a side, and then we'll see how well we do at bisecting this line segment. I'm going to put a line on the board. I will make my line 30 centimeters. All right, it's 30 centimeters. To bisect a line segment, you take your metal point and you put it at the end point, and you make sure that your compass, the lead part of your compass, goes more than halfway through the line. So just take a visual look, like it has to go more than halfway. So it's going to have to be wide. It's going to have to be very wide. Make it wider. You have to go more than halfway. All right, so like this. If I put mine here, this is going to be more than halfway, right? Just take a visual. More than halfway. All right, so everybody, so you're going to go to the end with the metal. And you're going to graph a long arc. You want the arc to be pretty long. Does everybody have their first arc? You got to go more than halfway. I don't think you're halfway. Open it wider. Does everybody look like they've gone more than halfway? I'm looking. Yes, you look like you've gone. Okay, your arc has to go long, like a semicircle. Think semicircle long. Don't change your setting on your compass once you do that. Okay, leave it. I've just messed mine up. All right? Everybody have their first arc. Got it? Okay. Now you're going to go to the other end segment and you're going to do an arc the exact same. And it should look like that. They should intersect at 2 points. The arcs should intersect at 2 points. Do you have that? All right. Now you're going to connect those 2 points and draw a line with your straight edge. And where that line is concurrent with your segment, that should be your point of bisection. So measure both sides. Did you in fact bisect the line segment? Yes, mine is right on, even though mine is not. Is this the same distance or measure as the top side? Are those equal? Because when we bisect something, what are we doing? We're dividing it into 2 equal parts. That's what bisection does. It divides something into 2 equivalent parts. Because it's a line, this would be 2 equal segments. Those segments should be equal. Such that where we bisected it, what is that point called? Yes, it's called the midpoint. Where we bisect a line segment is called the midpoint. All right, makes sense how to bisect a line segment. Everybody got it? Excellent. All right, now we're going to bisect one of the angles. So y'all measure the angle that's there. Take one angle, measure it. Should be around 60 degrees. Measure the angle.
On the triangle?
On the triangle. You got it. So my angle is like 73 degrees. 60. Yours should be 60. Okay? We are going to bisect the angles. How many arcs did it take to bisect a line segment?
2.
Okay? It only took 2 arcs to bisect a line segment. It's going to take 3 arcs to bisect an angle. All right, your first arc, it doesn't matter the setting of your compass, but you're going to set the metal piece on the vertex. And then you're going to draw an arc that goes across both rays. So set your metal piece on the vertex and make an arc that intersects both rays. It can be short, it doesn't have to be, it doesn't have to go halfway, it can be short, yes. And then you're going to note where the arc intersects the two rays. All right, everybody with me? Yeah, watch your slipping. It's hard. So I hold the metal piece and then I rotate from the top. If you hold both sides, that's typically when you have slippage. Okay. Now, on both of these points, I'm going to place my metal piece and I'm going to make arcs out here that at least go through what appears to be the center of those two rays. All right, so metal piece on the point of intersection and an arc. Everybody got it? And then you're going to do this exact same from the other point of intersection, an arc.
Like an X in the middle.
Like an X with the arcs in the middle. Yes. Make sure your metal piece. Does that make sense? Is everybody with me? All right. Now, you have a point of concurrency where those arcs are concurrent. And you have your vertex. And you're gonna connect those with a line segment. And now this angle should equal that angle, because bisection of an angle divides an angle into two equal parts. So now, measure your angles. Are they both 30 degrees? And mine looks...
What angles do we measure?
This angle. The two smaller angles. Are you close? As long as you're close.